Hey, this is Way, and you have tuned in to Cook This Way. You know that Cook This Way is part of the WAITT Show, and we know that WAITT stands for We're All in This Together, no matter race, creed, color, fat, skinny, tall. Here, you're free to say the name Jesus, okay? Not the name Josiah. That's what I was thinking about. You're not free to say Josiah, but I ain't gonna do nothing for you. But I declare if you say the name Jesus, something is beginning to something is going to happen in your life. And I have to excuse me if I fumble a lot or whatever the case may be, but this is the first show after laying my oldest son, Malik Smith, to rest on this past Saturday in Florida. And it was a beautiful service, but my heart's still broken. But I know I still have to keep living life. I know I still have to keep moving forward. And so the next couple of shows will be dedicated to him. We'll be talking about other things just like we're cooking. He loves to eat. So I figured that this would be a great recipe to share with you guys. Today we're cooking chicken, French onion baked chicken, okay? And let me tell you what you need for this. Again, it's more of the prep that's more time than actual cooking, okay? Oh, preheat the oven, okay? Because I'm getting this, okay? If we're gonna bake it for 25 minutes at the end or until the chicken is cooked, okay? So we're gonna do that at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So preheat your oven to 165. Let's see if I can go ahead and do that now. That way you all know to do it as well, because I always forget to tell you guys when to do it. I guess I don't have to keep pushing the buttons, right? It says 165. Mine only going to 170, so we're gonna have to watch it. So there we go. So it doesn't take much to preheat the oven. Now, while the oven is preheating, get your things. You need 3 tablespoons of butter, okay? Now, again, if you get butter, you should see on the back of your butter, like how many tablespoons, there are so that you can get it. So that's my butter. 2 teaspoons of olive oil, okay? 4 to 5 large white or yellow peeled and sliced in half onions. See these onions, okay? We have to hurry up and cook because these onions are getting on my last nerve. When I say that, I smell everything and they just, okay. Then 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. I wrote my ingredients down. 2 sprigs of fresh thyme, okay? Now, this is how mine came, okay? This is thyme. This is what this is, okay? And then 3 cloves of garlic minced. So you can either buy the whole garlic or you can already get the minced garlic, but I went ahead and minced mine, okay? And then we have 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, balsamic vinegar, okay? That's 1 tablespoon. 2/3 cup reduced sodium beef broth. There's my beef broth. Okay. And 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. My chicken breasts are over here, but you'll see them. And then 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. I put my salt and pepper in together. Okay. That's fine. Plus, I was running out of little containers, so deal with it. And then 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme, okay? So this is what the dry thyme look like. You could tell that it's not fresh because fresh is like definitely, they just picked it, So, and this is dry thyme, okay? So you need both of them. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. This is my garlic powder here. 1 cup shredded mozzarella. And 1/3 cup of shredded Parmesan. That's another cheese. Either you can use mozzarella or Gruyere, okay? And I already know that I probably mess it up if I try to pronounce this word. So let's see how we pronounce that cheese word. See if we can. I don't know if we can or not, but it's not. Let me see. Gruyere cheese. There we go. So 1 cup shredded mozzarella or 1 cup of Gruyere cheese. And let me tell you, the Gruyere cheese is, let me show you. This is what the Gruyere cheese looks like. Okay. Now, of course, 1 cup, I'm gonna have to shred it or whatever the case may be to, sorry, there we go. The Gruyere cheese. Okay. Now, this cheese is a little bit expensive. I can't say that for some freaking cheese, but hopefully the meal is worth it. But everything that I purchased here was pretty much under $50. Okay, and it's going to feed 4. Now, as you all know, the holidays are coming up. I have my decorations up and everything like that. So that means I have more little cups and stuff like this. This is a sipping on Chardonnay cup. Okay, I'm not sipping on Chardonnay though. I'm sipping on some cranberry grape something. I don't know, but I love my cup. So hey, how about that? Let's cook this way. So now, this is our instructions, okay? Heat a large. I'm about to disappear on you guys. Okay. So, heat a large skillet over medium heat high, okay? So medium heat high. We're going to heat a large skillet, and with this, okay, we're going to add the butter, olive oil, and sliced onions. Okay, and then we're going to season them with the 1/4 half of the pepper that we have, and then we're going to add the fresh. We're going to add the thyme sprigs and cook for. Sorry, that's my garlic cloves. Sorry, guys. I'm going to add my thyme in this as well and cook for 8 minutes, stirring very occasionally. Okay. So make sure that for you all that don't cook like I, do, as far as those that cook, opposite of me that don't need a timer or whatnot, go ahead, you bet. But for those who do, go ahead and get your timers together so we'll know what 8 minutes is, and then go from there. So we're going to take our butter. Make sure everything's enough on this. Okay. Take our butter. And something right. And step 1, take our butter, olive oil, and sliced onions. Okay. Here's cheese, please. Okay, I spilled some pepper on my onions, you guys, but it's fine. Now, I chose to do the 5 large onions, so that's why you see, because we like onions here. So I decided to do the 5 sliced onions. This needs to melt down. I should have had this on. Guys, I'm so sorry. This may seem a little slow, but let me know how you all are doing. Thank you so much for the comments, for the likes, for the shares, for just being awesome. All the comments is just, I don't care if it's 1 or 2. I appreciate all the comments, but the emails, I really do appreciate the emails. But go ahead and leave a comment below. Let me know if you like what I'm cooking, if you want something different, or what's going on. Please, definitely, we love to hear, love to hear what you guys say. This is medium high heat. This I guess I should have already preheated this for you guys so you could have rolled with me. But I guess you can stay with me. So we're gonna add the butter, and now we're gonna add the olive oil. So go ahead and add the olive oil. It's okay to add it. Right? But before I put my onions in here, I definitely want to hear a sizzle of some sort. For the simple fact, y'all know we don't waste. For the simple fact that I will make sure, here it comes. I want to make sure that my onions definitely get cooked down all the way. Okay. And I want to make sure that my butter is melted as well before I throw my onions in here as well. So. All right. Now, you guys, I don't know how I'm really going to cope, this year with Christmas. My son was supposed to be coming down to see us this year for Christmas. So, I don't know. It'll be okay, though. I know that to be absent with the body is to be present with the Lord. And I know that he was saved. So that's what really gives me comfort, is to know that my son was saved. And I don't care if you might say it was your stepson, we can do step over here. That was my child. Point blank, period. He was. He still is. Okay. So now we added all that, right? So now let's add our onions. Careful, don't try to splash yourself with this because it's hot and it's oil. Now, you may think that they're sliced a little bit too big. However, right? Because I was like, well, you're saying cut in half, but this seems a little bit big, right? But onions cook down. That's what I can tell you. The onions definitely cook down, right? I don't know if my other set of onions are going to go in there though. That's a whole lot. It's not flipping the way I want it to. And I don't think, I'm using this for my chicken. This is the bigger one over here. So I thought that I could use this one for my onions, right? But a lot of this determined that was a lie. I needed a bigger skillet for all my wood glazed onions. This. Because eventually this is going to be like a jam. Okay, like a onion type jam. Go ahead and put their time on right now. Right. It says stirring occasionally. Right now, I just want to make sure that everybody gets some oil on them. Like my onions definitely get oil on them. Smells good. I like the smell of cooked onions. It's just the raw onions. Isn't that weird? I don't like the raw onions. Yeah. Raw onions. Okay. So let's let that sit there for a little bit. Top for it. Gotta make fun of me because y'all know I be trying different tops and stuff. Because I don't know which one is the right one. These, they're very nice pans and stuff. They just didn't come with lids. So I have to create lids, which is fine. It still works. There we go. Now, what did we forget to do? Because I know we forgot a step. It was to, after that, right? We're supposed to season it with the black pepper, the fourth black pepper, add the thyme and cook for 8 minutes, right? So, season this with the black pepper, right? Then adding our fresh thyme, right? At the thyme spring. Sit on there like that. Cook it. 8 minutes. Okay. Now, as that is cooking for 8 minutes, have our time on. While the onions are cooking, preheat. Okay. So, this is preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and butter a 9 by 13 baking dish and set aside. I said 100 and okay, maybe I was looking at something else wrong, you guys. But go ahead and preheat your oven to 400. Bless my heart. Bless it. Pray for me, guys. Like I said, I may be a little off, but I know I have to keep moving forward with this. So it's nothing. We're not there yet. So just preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Get your pan and grease it. I think now that I already did, guys. Okay. Spray my pan down. This is the pan we're using. Remember, we don't like to do dishes. So around these parts, that's what we're going to use. So we're going to set that aside. After 8 minutes, we're going to reduce the pan of the onions down to a medium or a medium low and cook for another 15 minutes or so, stirring occasionally, okay? So after this 8 minutes is done, yeah. That smells good. Look at that. Anything that smells good, right? Well, not anything. Let me take it back. Let me take it back. I'm sorry. Anything can't smell good. But it just cannot. But we ain't gonna go there. Well, anyway, so we preheat our oven. We then oil down our pan, right? And again, preheat your oven to 400 degrees. I'm so sorry, guys, but again, bear with me. This is my first time back. And then we have our stuff simmering down. Now, okay, after this 15 minutes, after we bring this down and cook some more for 15 minutes, then that's when we're going to stir in the garlic and cook for another minute and stir in the bouillon. So everything has to do with these onions, if you notice. Like, I'm not doing anything with chicken right now. Everything has to do with these onions, which makes sense if we're making French onion chicken, right? Right. Okay. Okay, so we have 3 more minutes for this to be cooking. Okay. And, okay, I would like to give a shout out to my friend Stephanie. I'm sorry, Dr. Stephanie Mack. I'm so proud of her. And just all of her accomplishments and everything that she's done. And she actually used our last WAITT Show to conduct a meeting of hers in school, I do believe. And that was amazing. I know some people probably like, so, but to me, in order to do this and have some type of information that other people can use, that's just the main point of it, right? So you always want to give something out that what people can use. And I'm so grateful that this is how she decided to use my last WAITT Show. So that's amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Mack. I really do appreciate you. How are you guys' onions doing? Are your onions doing good? Mine's doing really well. I know, again, you're probably thinking she cut the onions too big. It said cut it in half. So, again, everything that we're doing has to deal with these onions. So, now, after 8 minutes, we're going to reduce the heat. Remember, down on low, okay? And then another 15 minutes, right? After that 15 minutes is over, that's when we're going to stir in the garlic and click, okay? and click. Lord, that's when we're gonna stir in the garlic and cook it for 1 minute, and then stir in the vinegar and then the cup of beef broth, and stir and cook for another minute or so until the onion mixture is thick with a jam-like consistency. Okay, so we all know that what's next is the garlic, the minced garlic. Okay, it's gonna be the garlic, our vinegar, and then our beef broth. That's it. That's next, okay? Okay. So guys, let me tell you, when we was driving down to Florida, it was really cold here in Kentucky, okay? Like we had boots on, shoes on, sweater on, you know, pants, we, you know, heading down the road. Closer we got to Florida, of course, the warmer it was getting. And so I changed out of my tennis shoes and put in like on my slides and, you know, removing my sweater and everything like that, and have a little, you know, short sleeves on and everything like that. And I thank God that it did not storm, because usually it storms really bad, you know, either there or on the way back, you know. And I thank God that it didn't storm, because I don't like driving in the rain. I don't like driving in the storm. I just don't. But then as I was sitting up here thinking, and I was thinking the last time that I had drove in a storm, it was, well, it was years ago. Let me put it this way. I would say it wasn't the last time. It was probably the first time that I had ever drove like that in a storm that that was just crazy. I mean, the storm was crazy. It was like raining real heavy 1 minute, and then it would let up. Then it would rain real heavy 1 minute, then it would let up, right? So I'm paying attention to the other drivers, okay? Those 3 minutes have been up, you guys. So let's turn this down some, right? And then we're gonna turn it down, and then for 15 more minutes, right? Let's look at it, guys. We have to see. Cool. Look at that. That's the whole purpose of cooking. That's all bark. Look. See? Told you guys. Have a little faith in me. Okay. They're definitely getting caramelized. Okay, so back to the storm, right? So we was driving, and you know, I was paying attention to the other cars. The other cars, they would like go really quick, and we was in a rental car, of course. And it was a good rental car. Not to, you know, it was a good rental car. I just didn't want to put that many miles on my car. So we were in a car, and you know, I was seeing everybody else driving like kind of quick, and then like some would slow up, and you know, some was like on the side of the road and everything like that. By this time, I'm tired. I'm ready to get to where I'm going. So I pay attention to the other cars that are going quicker, right? Everybody sleep. Michael sleep. Josiah sleep. Kiki sleep. Malik sleep. Everybody sleep. Okay. I'm just driving along. Driving along, thinking that I could do what the other cars are doing, right? Next thing you know, the rain had let up, and it had stopped raining, right? Other cars taking off, taking off, taking off. So I'm like, okay, I could do that too, right? What happens? I go and I take off. The next thing you know, I hit. It has to be like a water spot or something. I hydroplaned. Okay. In the midst of me hydroplaning, the car is spinning around. I'm screaming. I'm waking Michael up like, wow, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Kids in the back, they wake up, they start screaming like they're on a roller coaster. A truck, kid you not, a truck is coming like dead at us. It's like a good, what is it, like 18-wheeler like truck, literally. I don't know if it's such thing as an 18-wheeler. Just know it was a big truck. And it's coming straight towards us, right? And I'm spinning around, the truck is coming, and he really can't stop that quick, or whatever the case may be. I'm thinking we're gonna die. That's when Michael, I promise you, he never spoke to me this soft ever. Okay. That's when he was so calm to me. And he was like, let your hands go. Take your hands off the wheel. I took my hands off the wheel immediately. He said, now just calm down for a second. I'm still like, calm down. Like, do you not see this car spinning out of control? And you know, and he's like, just calm down. So I had to calm down for a little bit. And after I calmed down and took my hand off the wheel, the car corrected itself. The truck went on by, whatever. And I immediately got on the side of the road. And I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God, we almost died. Oh my God, we almost died. Oh my God, we almost died. And he's just like, are you okay? Do you want me to drive? And I say, no. I said, because if I let you drive now, I will never get back behind this wheel. And I know me, sometimes you got to know yourself and just be honest with yourself. So I was like, no, I'm going to have to keep going. Kids in the back, when they talking about do it again, okay? They were younger at this time, bless their hearts, But to say that is that now that when we went back, this past, weekend or whatever, and we was coming back home and the storm had came when we hit like around Atlanta. And it was storming really bad. And the only thing I could do was smile because I thought to myself, I know how to drive in a storm now. Even though I don't like it, I know how to drive in the storm now. And me driving in the storm is I can't look to the right. I can't look to the left. I can't look at any other cars. I just got to pay attention to what I'm doing and how my car is reacting and how my car is responding. Not that you have control of the car or whatever, but I know that I shouldn't be doing 98, in a storm. Not that I was doing 98 then, but I'm just saying, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. And that brought up a good point with me to know that if God brought me out of one storm unharmed, even when I tried to harm myself by overcorrecting and everything like that, he brought me out safe. So any storm that I see coming, or any storm that I just happen to get in, I know that God is going to deliver me. All right. So that's a good thing. So we have like 9 more minutes of this 15 minutes of the cooking of the onions. Let's stare. Okay. Again, it's the prep cookie that takes the longest out of anything else. And you have to make sure that you don't freak out if you cut your onions like I did. Again, y'all will probably never really see me cut anything on camera. I suck at cutting. I do. I gotta get better at cutting, guys. But it's okay. It's fine. I know you're gonna say, she's gonna say, this smells good. No, this looks good. I'm afraid this looks good. Do you all look like this? Y'all send me pictures. I want to see pictures at the WAITT Show. At the WAITT Show at gmail.com. Y'all send me pictures. Y'all know I like to see stuff. So we have a little bit of around 8 more minutes, and then we're gonna stir in the garlic and then cook it for 1 minute, and then we're gonna stir in the vinegar and the beef broth. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And you guys, I really do appreciate all the support. Y'all know that. And I know I was telling people that I was like, I just appreciate all my viewers, like all my viewers. But you know what? They laugh at me. But my thing is, look, as a person, okay? So I just appreciate everybody that definitely take their time out to cook this way or even watch the WAITT Show. So I thank you guys so much. Don't forget that you can find us on the WAITTShow.com. I guess it's time for announcements, right? Because we got a little bit of like 7 minutes. I guess I can get my announcements right now. So you guys know that you can follow us on the WAITTShow.com, and on the WAITTShow.com you can see where the old WAITT shows. Okay, you can also see the Mending Hearts number, which meets every Saturday at 7:30. We did not meet this past Saturday. Okay, we did meet the Saturday before that, but this past Saturday we did not meet. You guys know why. But usually every Saturday at 7:30 we do meet, and definitely try to have a great time. If you guys are not busy down in the line, you know, you don't have to really say anything. If you just want to sit and listen. I know that's me. I sit and listen for a minute for a lot of people, for a lot of things. A lot of people think that I'm just quiet, you know. But I like to listen. I like to observe. You never know what you never know what you learn. Let me put it that way. When you just sit and observe, you learn a lot when you just sit and observe. A whole lot. Okay. So don't forget, click like, share, you know. Tell everybody about the WAITT Show and cooking this way. Tell everybody if you want to learn something different, different way of cooking, you know. Hey, try me out. Okay. So let's see what we have here. What this is wet, guys. Wipe this up. Okay. All right. So 5 minutes left, guys. I'm gonna stir some more because I want my every single onion to get touched. So I'm stirring some more. And it's amazing how you just use butter and a little bit of olive oil. And you got all of this caramelization going on. Y'all know that's my word, caramelization. Yeah. All right, guys. Now, you see this? Does it look good? We're cooking with fire after this. When I mean that, it means that we should be getting going after this is caramelized. It's fine. Nothing is burnt. You may think, oh no, I burnt my ink. It's caramelized. Nothing is burnt, I promise you. Nothing is burnt. Okay. You always want to make sure that your handle's in. You don't ever want to knock your handle over on yourself or anyone else. So that'd be just horrific. We're gonna go ahead and do the garlic, okay, for a minute. That's right. Stir in garlic. Fine. Like, is that how you stir stuff in, right? Like, just do like 2 to 3, move around. Oh, stir it in, stir it in. Stir it in. That's that. So let's stir for a minute. And then start getting your vinegar and your beef broth together. Okay. We definitely got to be careful with this because, like I said, next time I know to use a more bigger or deeper one, skillet, because we don't want anything to spill out or spoil out, to spill out or fall out of this. Y'all bless. Y'all pray for me, please. Y'all, let's continue to pray for me because your girl needs it for real. Okay. So has it about been a minute? It's been about a minute. You know, a minute goes like that really quick. So now we're gonna do our vinegar. Then vinegar in with our beef broth. Now, however you want to pour. However makes you comfortable with pouring, right? Just make sure you pour it in. I'm gonna pour some and then stir, right? This is cooked this way. And then I'm going to pour a little bit more. Make sure it gets all the way around and be. That was my beef broth, guys. And then stir it in, right? The thyme is fine. Leave everything in there. Leave the thyme, leave everything in there. Everything's fine. Okay. Now. Okay. So we're gonna let that simmer for another minute or so. So we're looking for a thick, right? So the onion mixture is a thick with a jam-like consistency, okay? Now, what we're going to do is after this jams up, right? We're gonna add a half cup of the caramelized onions to the prepared bacon dish and add the remaining 1/3 cup beef broth to the dish. Well, I added all of mine in here. Okay, that's what I did because it says, yeah. So that's what we did. Anyways, okay. So I want you to add this caramelized onion on the bottom of your bacon dish, basically. And then we're going to season the chicken breast on both sides with the salt, black pepper, dry thyme, and garlic powder. Please arrange your chicken in a prepared bacon dish and top each breast with a generous spoonful of caramelized onions. Okay. I don't know, y'all, I was struggling, like I couldn't, like, wait, I know I got 5 fingers, thank you, Jesus, except for this hand. This one actually, I used to have an extra finger. We're not gonna talk about that though, right? Right. Okay, this is how we're gonna do this. Because we're gonna do it this way. See how you all are looking at you all looking like this? Oh my goodness. Definitely a jam-like substance, right? Right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to in a second. Because I know I don't like doing dishes. So because I don't like doing dishes, we're doing this. We're preparing the chicken on a paper plate. Yes, we are. Right? Like take your salt. And take your pepper. Like, hopefully y'all can see that pretty well. And then we have our dry thyme. Look how big this chicken is, right? Like this one chicken breast can take up like all of my seasoning, right? And then garlic. Yeah, I might have to get some more seasoning, you guys, because I want my chicken to be very flavorful. There we go. And this don't seem like it would be flavorful, but hey, that's what it is. We're pretty much done with this. Because I mean, it's definitely a jam-like substance. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be topped off with caramelized onions, guys. So I don't think all 4 of these are gonna fit in here. They're not. They're just not. Look at this. There's no way. There's no way it's gonna fit in here. I mean, the chicken is huge. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm just gonna fix 2, okay? Y'all know me. Y'all know how the other ones are gonna go down. Okay, so because I'm using this seasoning for the chicken breast that I had, because I don't want it to be short on flavor, you know? So I think they underestimated the power of chicken these days, because this chicken is like huge. So make sure that it gets flavor. And there's nothing like some dry, stale, no taste and no flavor having chicken. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. That is my opinion. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Now, because it's fine if we get the juices in here, because, right? Take our onions. So I'm not worried about pouring any extra. This how this works. I'm not making this up. Does this not look good or what? I know you guys, I like keep forgetting to take a pic. I kid you guys not, as soon as I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna take some pictures of, you know, my food and everything else. Next thing you know, my food's gone. So y'all blame Josiah and Michael for that. I don't know what else to say. So of course, it's just, no, don't. Never mind, it's over. So, and I don't think you all want a picture of just an empty plate or some food that's been, you know, ate on or whatever. So after we season the chicken breast on both sides, well, with salt, pepper, dry thyme, and garlic spoons. Like, I didn't season these on both sides, okay? But this is what you're supposed to do. I did a good generous amount on top. Top the chicken and onions with mozzarella and Parmesan. Bake for 25 minutes until the chicken is cooked, okay? That's what it was. Internally, temperature should be 165 degrees, not the oven, right? So now we're going to take our top the chicken with a generous amount, okay? We have our cheese, and the mozzarella, right? Mozzarella, the ones you all can find. So I'm going to top it off with the mozzarella. And I promise you guys, what I may have to start doing is like maybe taking a picture and then showing the picture in the next show so that you guys can see how it came out, you know. We're doing a lot of cheese. We'll probably do this whole bag. I'm not even gonna lie. I do this whole bag of cheese because of the onions and everything else. So I don't think if your chicken has disappeared in cheese, you know. Oh, I have more cheese. Don't worry about it. Like, well, what about the other two chicken breasts? Don't worry. One thing Mama's gonna keep is some cheese. So, all right. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this in the oven. We're gonna put it in the oven for. Like I said, we're gonna put it in the oven for. Let's put our timers on. 25 minutes. Okay, so this should bake through and be good for 25 minutes. Okay, I hope you guys, you know, really enjoyed this segment of the show. Again, like I said, I'm gonna start doing something so you all can see the finished product. I really hate for you guys, excuse me, for you guys not to be able to see the finished product. So I'm gonna find a way for you guys to definitely see the finished product, other than having an empty plate to show you guys. So thank you so much for viewing Cook This Way. Please click like, share, comment below whether you like it, whether you don't like it, whether it turned out right or whether it didn't turn out right. Let me know. I really enjoyed all you all's comments. Okay. And I love you guys. And don't forget, you can always contact us at the WAITT Show at gmail.com. Okay. You all have a wonderful week and weekend.